I'm sending that to you now. Was there anything else you needed? Okay. Well, I have my next appointment. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. You too. Hello there. Welcome to the Other Place headquarters. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. My name is 𝗧𝗜𝗘 and I will be your consultant today. Have you filled out all the paperwork necessary for your current claim of asylum? Okay. If you can just hand that over to me. Perfect. Thank you. Just going to go ahead and take a look at your file and all the information you provided. Let me see. Okay. Thank you. It looks like it's all there. I'm just going to download this into my system. Just take a moment. So I see that you are claiming that you are from the other place. Now, what other place, which timeline is that you are from? So you are claiming to be from timeline Argos. Okay. And how long have you been living here in our timeline? And why is it that you wish to stay in our timeline? Okay. In order to test the validity of your claim that you are in fact a refugee from timeline Argos, I'm going to have to ask you a series of questions and then do a medical scan of you that will certify and essentially prove that you are coming from where you claim to be. And after that is validated, I will be able to properly place you into our system, providing you with the necessary shelter, etc., while you get readjusted to our timeline. Okay? The reason for doing this is that initially we had a lot of people coming from other timelines lying about where they were coming from just in order to seek the benefits of living here in our timeline. So we've had to go to more extensive security measures. I do apologize for the delay, and I'm sure this will go smoothly. I'll just go through the standard protocol now, okay? All right. Let me just pull up all the information I need. Claimant ID number 234 from seeking refuge from timeline Argos. Who is the president in your timeline? And what year is it in your timeline? How did you time jump or quantum leap? And what portal was that from? Okay. Why did you choose to leave Argos? Well, so far the information that you've given me does line up with what we know about those from Timeline Argos. And the next step in this process is going to check if you have a certain biomarker. Just pull this up here. So from what we understand about Timeline Argos, there was a major ecological event, a possible nuclear event that irradiated the Earth's atmosphere, and those from this timeline have a lot more radiation in their body. Because of this, inhabitants from your timeline would have a specific biomarker, a bioorganic metallic compound that has been bioengineered to monitor your system. Essentially would be keeping track, measuring levels of oxygen, what you need in order to survive, and providing that through the nanite technology within the software implemented into the compound X, which is what we are referring to, the metallic compound that exists within those of you from this timeline. So essentially, just a moment here. What I would be looking for upon doing a scan, take random humanoid here, that those of you from Timeline Argos would have this compound X located right here behind your earlobe. Could be behind the left or right earlobe, from what we've seen so far from those of you who have seeked asylum here. Okay, so what I'll be doing is taking a scan of your cranial region to determine if I see the compound X, proving that you are in fact a refugee from the Argos timeline. Alright. Like I said, it would just be behind earlobe. Alright. And we won't be removing that because that is what is sustaining your biologic makeup currently, as we understand that you are not used to our atmosphere, as we have much more oxygen in our atmosphere than you are used to, which is what you mentioned of having the symptoms of the lightheadedness and nausea. Okay, so let me just go ahead then and begin the scan, if that is all right with you. We've devised lenses here, so I will be able to detect even the most microscopic biomarkers. In case for some reason yours has minimized in size than those that we usually detect. Okay. Alrighty, let me just activate these. And then I'm just going to ask you to sit perfectly still, just as you are. And I'll take a nice good look just to make sure that I can detect that biomarker, also known as compound X. Okay, thank you. Right. Okay, if you could just start slightly there. Okay, I'm not seeing the indicator of the biomarker on the side here. So I'm just gonna go and look. See if I see that. Okay, and just scanning the area. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Looks like I just need to enhance magnification. Alrighty, and I need to just record this image. Alright. Okay, recording. Alrighty then. Okay, so I was able to confirm that you do have a compound X chip in your system, therefore proving that you are in fact from Timeline Argos, as you claimed. As I stated before, I'm not going to remove this since it was bioengineered to oxygenate your system as well as monitoring your overall health and issuing any necessary nutrients, etc., to your system in order to help those of you survive from the timeline that you come from, given the detrimental shape that it's currently in. So we understand why you chose to quantum leap into our timeline, and that you are currently getting adjusted to the differences in our atmosphere. What we have worked on for some time now is a slight modification, alteration of your compound X chip so that it is more in harmony with our atmosphere and so that it can provide the necessary means while you get adjusted to the higher levels of oxygen, etc. Okay, so that's going to be the next step in the process. Let me just make sure I go ahead and properly approve your claim. Alright, that's all finalized. that I know exactly where the compound X is, what I'm going to do is connect to the neural network in your compound X chip, and like I said, make some slight modifications that it can be then programmed with an understanding of our climate and atmosphere here and how to synchronize and better suit you while you get used to the changes. Eventually, you should be able to not need the compound X anymore and be able to thrive on your own. But this is just what we need to do for now in the meantime. Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and begin that. Did you have any questions? Concerns? Well, yes, I'm sure it's been a great relief for those of you to make it over here and escape from the unfortunate circumstances of your world. Well, I know that we are doing as much as we can to help repair the damages done, but of course it will take a long period of time, so that's why we're luckily able to accept a large amount of refugees from your timeline. Yes, we're grateful for that. Okay. To ask you to look into this laser device for a moment. It is going to connect to your neural circuitry in the compound X so that I may begin the modifications. Just follow the light. All right. Let me make sure that we are all connected. Okay, perfect. Place this right here, right here. Don't need to make an incision. Just operating using a laser faculty here. Okay, good. So this chip has been engineered to essentially morph with your compound X chip and to install the new data and information into its neural network. Okay. I just have to spray it with a nanite adhesive first. And then what it's going to do, I'm going to place it right here and it's going to absorb into your skin, into your other chip. Okay. gelish feeling almost. We go as it absorbs right in. Okay, looks like it has successfully synchronized with the compound X. And now I can go ahead and finalize the new data. Alrighty. Let's give that a moment. Okay. And I am going to use these tools. Okay. I'm just going to do a full scan of you now. Alright. That was successful. The modification is complete. And the compound X biomarker will now adjust to our timeline and our current atmospheric levels. Okay. In the meantime, I do have a multivitamin substance that I am going to give to you and ask you that you take daily. This is going to help with the side effects you're experiencing, the nausea, the lightheadedness, and such. We also have temporary shelters for you to stay in that are better suited to your previous atmosphere. They have bioengineered the rooms to have lower oxygen levels while you get used to living in this new timeline. Okay. We know that it is very different from the other place, the place you are from. Yes, there are many other places within the infinite loop of our quantum reality. Some are better, some are far worse, as the one that you have come from. But we do all learn from each other and gain knowledge of how others live in these timelines and the negative and positive circumstances and how we can better improve our own learning from others. Now, like I said, it's multivitamin here. Okay, you just need a little, just like a little drop like that. Okay, not much. It does have a quite pungent taste to it, but just drink some water immediately afterwards. So I'll set that aside for you. And I also have one last thing for you. We know that when you quantum jumped or quantum leaped here from your timeline, you were only able to essentially bring yourself and not bring any possessions of yours. So what we have here in this suitcase are just a few clothing items for you to get started. Shirts, pants, etc., socks, etc. Some shampoo, soap, things of that nature. Okay. As well as some extra vitamins and some reading material to help you learn more about our timeline and how it differs from your own. You're not expected to mimic us or become us right away, or you can keep your individuality, of course, from where you come from. This is just to help you better navigate through our world once you are able to explore it. Okay. I'm trying to think of what else is in here. It's actually smaller than it may seem. It's quite an illusion. The objects have been put in their microform, but when you take them out of the suitcase, they will expand. That's how we can fit more in here. Yeah, it's pretty handy. Okay, so your claim was filed. You were approved, of course, to seek shelter here, and we're going to relocate you to the temporary residence where others from Argos are currently staying. You might come across residents that you already know. All right. Of course, everything will be readily available there. Cafeteria, hospital, etc. Okay. So I'm just gonna hand this over to you now. There you go. Was there anything else I could help you with? Okay. Well, it's lovely to meet you. Like I said, I'm sorry we had to go through this process to confirm the validity of your claim. But I hope that you'll begin to feel comfortable here and enjoy your new life here in our timeline. Okay? Thank you so much for coming into the other place headquarters, and I will have my assistant come now to help relocate you, okay? Just one moment while I call them. Hello, yes, I have a new resident here from Argos that needs to be taken to the temporary housing. Okay, about how long? Okay, thank you. Great, see you soon. Alright, they'll be here in the next 10 minutes. So just make yourself comfortable, get everything you need here, and hopefully be able to get some rest very soon. Okay. Alright, you take care.